What's up guys, it's Aaron here again for another video. I'm here with my good friend Ty. Today I want to talk about what I think are two of the most important things from single leg X, and I want to get into it pretty quickly because it might take just a little bit. I want to talk about preventing the mount from single leg X and preventing the backstep, both from single leg X and modified single leg X. The mount and the backstep are the bane of any single leg X guard player's existence, so we need to know how to stop it. If you're not familiar with single leg X or modified single leg X, I'm going to link my basics and principles videos on those in the description so you can catch up. But we've been focusing a lot on the single leg X and the modified X guard, or single leg X guard, pardon me, on my channel. And this was a video that was requested several times, and this is something that is very important if you want to develop a good single leg X and X guard game. So before we get started, quick second to thank all you guys for subscribing, for liking, commenting. The channel's growing very quickly, and I do really appreciate it. Seriously guys, I'm trying to put more and more time as I see that it's affecting more and more people's jiu-jitsu. I literally just want to help one person, and I found that I'm able to help even more. So I'm really happy. Let's get into it. So guys, single leg X guard. Here's our position, right? I don't even want to talk too much about it because I really want to get into both of these things. But single leg X, I'm underneath him, and I'm here. If you're not familiar, check the link in the description. So, the most common thing that I see from people who are not too experienced or just want to test how good your single leg X guard is they peel your hook, right? And then they try to shove your knee down and mount, right? So this can be a huge issue. So let's go back. So Ty's going to do a little quicker. Just like that. That was perfect. So that's a big issue for a single leg X guard player. So what's going to prevent the mount? Assuming we just pulled single leg X, it typically happens pretty quickly and I'm not controlling anything. Because if I'm controlling something, he probably wouldn't be able to do it. So that means my right hand's free. If my right hand's free and I feel him peel my hook, I can telegraph what he's trying to do when I see this hand go to my knee. Right? So when Ty's left hand's about to grab my knee, I can telegraph. So what the most important detail is to prevent the mount is to bring my elbow inside his knee. So when Ty goes to do it, my right elbow, let's turn this way, my right elbow is inside the knee. Not my hand, not my forearm, my elbow is right here. That is so important because now I'm going to follow with an immediate hip escape. I'm going to hip escape really hard to my left hand side so I can get this foot extended, this whole leg extended, and hopefully I can get this foot off the mat like this. See how his foot's a little bit off the mat? Do you see the space I made? So I did a really hard hip escape. Let's go back. I'm almost turning down like this. See how my legs immediately come up? Now look. My right knee comes back in, and my left leg comes right over. Right back to single X. So he does it again, and I get right back. He does it again a little slower. Elbow. This is it. That's all you need. Just your right elbow, right inside his left knee. And then you got to hip escape really hard. You can even use this hand to help, like this. And once you get this angle, you swing aggressively back in for your single X. So one more time, quick. And I get back to single leg X. So the next thing that we have to learn how to prevent is the backstep. So this happens when he peels my hook, he posts on the mat, and he jumps back with that left leg right there. That's horrible, so let's come back. First things first, if you guys have been following my channel, you know that immediately when I feel him peel my hook, I already go in for my modified single leg X. Which means that my left leg would have already been on Ty's right leg. This is going to buy me some time. So a couple things. Let's talk about preemptive, preventative measures to stop the backstep. So to be preemptive, anytime I get either to single leg X or to X, or to modified single X, to prevent the mount and the backstep, I can always just grab a sleeve. Just his sleeve is not going to prevent the mount. I'm not going to let him touch my knee, and he's not going to be able to backstep, right? If he tries to backstep while I have his sleeve, I just follow. So go to backstep. I follow, and I come up for the sweep. He doesn't have a posting hand. He doesn't have control of my leg. Let's change the angle a little. So just controlling something is going to stop it. If I just control his posture, and he still has a free hand. If he goes to backstep, I follow with my free hook, so my right hook. Why am I able to follow with just the collar? Because he's low. If you look at a good backstepper, his posture's upright, he posts on the leg, and he does this big step, and he's up. So if we come back, if I can keep Ty low right from the get-go, as he goes to backstep, I can follow. See? Right? I follow, and then I can push. And I can come up with my sweep. So that's two things. We're being preemptive here. So right when we get to single leg X guard, we're already getting grips. Another great grip that can stop it, that's the easiest one to attain, is this sleeve. You can grab it here, you can grab it here. I don't want to get into the specifics. I want to focus on a conceptual approach to stopping it. The approach is that I need to grip something. So I'm going to grip here like this. Right here, if he tries to backstep again, I can just follow. It's so easy because he can't post high enough. He can't control my head, he can't post above my head. But what ends up happening with a lot of single leg X players is they get too complacent with that free hand. So let's go back. Because you have so much control over this leg. Right, I have my right hook, and left arm all controlling Ty's right leg, that I forget about my free hand. Another easy way to stop the backstep is to control his pants. He's definitely not backstepping now. Now, these principles apply both to single X and modified single X. If I'm here and here, I can stop the backstep here. I can stop the backstep here, here, and here. But what I need to learn how to do with the guys that get hasty and want to backstep with all that is follow with this hook. And if for no gi, it becomes a lot more difficult to stop the backstep if I'm being genuine. I don't like to sugarcoat things because obviously I don't have as much control. So for no gi, you have to be really good at following with your right hook. Your right hook has to be really active, and you have to be playing your game quicker, right? There can't be any stalls. I have to, as soon as I get to single leg X, I have to push him this way. I have to move him this way. I have to continuously move, and I can never just get to single leg X in no gi and be complacent. You know, like hanging out here, like, hey, what's up, Ty? How's your day? No, like if I get to single X in no gi, I'm trying to sweep right away. In the gi, you can be a little more methodical and a little bit more patient because we have access to the grips. But with both of them, it's imperative to follow with this hook. Even if I don't have a grip, I've gotten very good at following with this hook. So when he goes to backstep, see how I followed with this hook? And then I can come up, right? So those are my quick tips for stopping the mount and the backstep from single leg X. I know that this video is more conceptual, but I think a conceptual approach to things like that is going to be the fastest way to learn. So to stop the backstep, just to reemphasize things, we have to be preemptive. We have to have grips, control the sleeve, control the collars, break their posture, and then we have to learn how to follow with that hook, right? And then if we're not able to stop the backstep with that, we just have to probably get more active with our hook. You're not going to learn to do it in one day, so just keep working on it. And then to prevent the mount, the elbow placement is key, right? People are always going to try to hip into you when you have single leg X, and you have to just be quick to get your elbow next to your ribs to block their far knee and to hip escape to create space and recompose your single leg X guard. Anyways, guys, I hope that helped you. I know that coming up through the ranks, and still to this day, the backstep and the mount from single leg X and modified single leg X were a problem. So, guys, if you like this content, please like and subscribe.